Hello and welcome to my first episode. I'm 462. Have you ever wondered how a 4-stroke, 2-stroke, and a Wanko engine / Rotary engine work? This video will explain it all. Our three representatives are here to represent how these engines work. In the 4-stroke section, we have the Cleveland Starfighter GT with a 5-liter V8. In the 2-stroke section, we have the Dowser P200 GT with a 2-liter V8. In the Wanko section, we have a Haruki Carina 1400 SS with a 1.4-liter 2-rotor. Now that you are acquainted with our representatives, let's get started. Developed in the 1800s and made practical by Nicholas Otto in 1876, the 4-stroke cycle is one of the most common internal combustion engines used today. The term 4-stroke refers to the amount of times the piston moves up or down during the combustion cycle, which in this case is 4 times or 2 complete revolutions, or 720 degrees to complete the combustion cycle. A typical 4-stroke engine consists of a engine block, engine head, crankshaft, piston and conrod, camshaft, an intake and exhaust valve, a fuel delivery system like a carburetor or a fuel injection system, and a spark plug. Hey, this is post-editing 462. So I forgot to add in a breakdown on where the parts are located on the 4-stroke engine. So here's a picture I found on the internet. There are 4 cycles of a 4-stroke engine. They are intake, compression, power, and exhaust. The intake cycle starts with the piston at top dead center. As the crankshaft rotates, the piston goes down towards the bottom dead center. At the same time, the camshaft turns to open the intake valve to allow the air-fuel mixture, which comes from the combination of a fuel and air mixing in the carburetor or a fuel injector that sprays a precise amount of fuel into the intake port to come into the combustion chamber. The piston then sucks in the mixture and the intake valve closes. The piston then goes up towards the top dead center to compress the air-fuel mixture. The spark plug then ignites the air-fuel mixture, which then forces the piston to go down towards bottom dead center. As the piston travels up towards top dead center, the exhaust valve opens up, allowing the spent air-fuel mixture to escape. That is how a 4-stroke engine works. Created by Carl Benz in 1879, the 2-stroke cycle used to be a common internal combustion engine, but no car today uses its design. A 2-stroke engine requires 1 complete revolution or 360 degrees to complete the combustion cycle. A typical 2-stroke engine consists of an engine block with an intake, exhaust, and transfer port, engine head, crankshaft, piston and conrod, reed valve, a fuel delivery system, and a spark plug. The 2 cycles of a 2-stroke engine are intake and compression, and power and exhaust. At the intake and compression cycle, the piston is located midway towards the bottom dead center. As it travels down, the piston pushes the air-fuel oil mixture into the transfer port, which then travels into the combustion chamber, although some of it escapes into the exhaust port. As the piston moves up, it opens the reed valve, which then allows the fuel-air-oil mixture to come into the crankcase. The mixture is then compressed. Right as the piston's at top dead center, the spark plug ignites the mixture, which forces the piston to travel down towards bottom dead center. The piston opens up the exhaust port, which then allows the spent fuel mixture to escape out the exhaust port. That is how a 2-stroke engine works. Created by Felix Wanko in 1938 and later developed in the 50s and 60s with NSU, the Wanko engine is not as common as the 4- and 2-stroke engines, but is still found in large quantities of automobiles. A Wanko engine combusts every 120 degrees, meaning it will combust 3 times in a 360-degree revolution. A typical Wanko engine consists of a rotor housing, eccentric shaft, ring gear, rotors, intake and exhaust port, and a spark plug or 2. The cycle combustion of a Wanko engine is very similar to the combustion cycle of a four-stroke engine. The intake port opens up by the rotor, which draws in the air-fuel mixture into the combustion chamber. The intake port is then sealed off, and the air-fuel mixture is then compressed by the rotor. It then gets ignited by the spark plug, which causes the rotor to spin, which then opens up the exhaust port to release the spent mixture. And that's how a Wanko engine works. To put it simply, customers want a fuel-efficient and reliable form of transportation, and the government wants cars to have low emissions and a high fuel economy rating. The four-stroke engine meets all the requirements. They tend to be reliable, fuel-efficient, and pollute less than their counterparts. Sure, they are heavier, don't make as much power as the other counterparts, cost more, and have more parts. Although the two-stroke engine is cheaper to make, lighter, makes more power, and uses less parts, it's also less reliable, less fuel-efficient, requires the use of a two-stroke oil premix, and pollutes more than a four-stroke. The Wanko engine is more or less the same as the two-stroke engine. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As some of you might know, I used to do automation showcases, with my builds and stuff, but I strayed away from it because I wanted to do something a little different. There's a very good chance I probably missed something throughout this whole entire video or got something wrong, so do let me know in the comments section. I'll likely post a video correcting a lot of my either my mistakes or something I should add in as a separate series, so there's that. Also, I tend to stutter a lot and pronounce words wrong, so I'm trying to get used to voice acting for my videos. So there's that to also improve on. I'm 462, signing out.